So this week it was Jurassic Park's 26th birthday, and we're going to celebrate by looking through our very first Jurassic memories. I sent out a tweet the other day where I asked for you all to share your first memories of the Jurassic franchise. So we're going to look through them right now. So hi guys, I'm White Up Gamer and welcome back to the channel. This is where we talk about Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, and anything to do with dinosaurs or the Jurassic franchise in general. So thank you for joining me, and subscribe if you haven't already to keep up to date with all Jurassic content and dinosaur games and stuff like that in the future. So hit that subscribe button. So yeah, it was Jurassic Park's 26th birthday earlier on this week, and it's hard to think that it's nearly 30 years since this movie came out, this life-changing movie. So I tweeted out a question basically asking for you guys in the community to share your first memories of experiencing Jurassic Park, or whichever was your first experience of the Jurassic franchise. I'll start off with mine. Mine was basically standing in line to our local cinema. It was in Wilton Village in Liverpool. If you don't know where that is, you don't know where that is. And I remember the queue being humongous as a child. I think it would have been about 6 when it came out. I was a huge dinosaur fan. I can't remember there being many trailers. I can't recall seeing trailers and wanting to go to see the movie. I just don't remember that part. But I do remember queuing up at the cinema to see the movie, managing to get in. I remember the movie starting, and literally within 10 minutes before we even get to Isla Nublar, turning to my dad on the left and going, "But where are the dinosaurs? I want to see dinosaurs, Dad. Where are the dinosaurs?" So impatient as a child, as you were. And I just remember adoring the movie. My cousin Gary was there as well, and Mum and my dad. And it changed my life, that movie. It was amazing. I remember that just being just in sheer awe of the dinosaurs. I fell in love with Rexy. I think a lot of people did. The Velociraptors were scary as F, and the Dilophosaurus frill scared the living crap out of me when it popped up because I wasn't expecting it, and it was just a life-changing movie. That was my experience. So we're going to look through some of your experiences. So I've got my trusty phone, which I'm going to look through, and we can have a look at them, and they're going to pop up on the screen, so you don't have to worry about that. So let's start. So first we have JP Fan, who tweeted me, and he said, "I was about 2 when my parents sat me down for a movie night to watch Jurassic Park. I then was so excited that we had to watch the next 2. I can't even speak. I then was obsessed with Jurassic Park and dinosaurs from then on, and then my parents took me to buy Jurassic Park toys, which I still have." So I don't know when that was or how old he was at the time, but obviously at the movie night, and his parents obviously adored the movie, so sharing that onto your kids, it's amazing to think that you can sit down with your kids and share something that you love and they pick up on it as well. It's something that I'd love to do if I had kids, and share mine and my girlfriend's passion for dinosaurs and Jurassic Park and pass that on to something else. So we have a Zenoic Artist, who we spoke to a couple of times on Twitter. Then before even the movies, I was enthralled by all the things. The McDonald's cups. I remember staring at one depicting Dr. Sattler being attacked by a velociraptor and being in awe. I had to see the movie. Mark Zutzmans, I don't know if I'm saying that right. JPRs is still incredible. Now, I think I remember that vaguely, but I do remember them being on. Used to get the little cards with the toys when they first came out, and I remember seeing some of them, and they were really cool. So I think I know what you mean, but I mean, I'm not too sure. But it's a great story, and seeing that this bit of arc where it kind of enthralled you to see more, see what it was all about. So that's pretty cool. We have Kerr Robinson. It's probably when my parents took me to Toys R Us to get all the toys from the first Jurassic Park. I remember being so excited to get the Red Rex, the Raptors, and Explorer. I have vivid memories of that feeling of total joy. Now, I did have the red raptor, I did have the red T-Rex, and I think I had the Ford Explorer as well. And I did have a Velociraptor, but I don't know if that was the Lost World one or not. I cannot remember. But definitely had the Rex and the Ford Explorer. And I also had the Dilophosaurus one as well, where I had the take you off frill. And I think I had one, but it was like a squeezy gun thing that was like a water gun. I think I had one of them as well. But the toys are such a main, especially for young kids, the toys are a big thing. Because obviously kids love toys, and big kids love toys as well. I've got so many. I've got like the Indoraptor just staring at me right here as well, watching me as I record and things like that. It was just fixed some work down. I don't know what that is, but yeah, I'm surrounded by dinosaur memorabilia, and even as a big kid, I love collecting them. So as a child and seeing these things, which dinosaurs are so strange that they don't look like anything today. They do a little bit, but you get what I mean. That they kind of enthrall you to find out more about them and collect the toys, and your imagination runs wild, which is so awesome. So thanks for that, Care. We have a young fella called Clayton. You may know him, you may have heard of him. So I remember seeing the fight between the Rex and the Raptors for the first time. At first being afraid that we're all going to kill Grant and all the others. Then the T-Rex came in and everything changed. Really resonates with me as a kid. And that scene is still one of my favourite scenes, even to this day. I mean, it's one of the greatest scenes, I think, in the history of cinema. That last 10 minutes of that movie, and I could watch it over and over and over again and never get bored, and just still be in awe of just what I've just seen. And I think that resonates with a lot of young people. Back then, a lot of kids who love dinosaurs, and the T-Rex comes in and just kicked the living out of these velociraptors and just roared. And then the sign fell down, or the banner fell down, when dinosaurs ruled the earth. It was just like, these guys are back. So now we've got Star-Lord. Star-Lord has came down from the universe and decided to tweet me about this, so here we go. So Star-Lord, I was about 8 in 2011. I remember seeing the Raptor Kitchen scene on television, along with the intro to JP3. But JP3 was the first full movie I saw of that franchise. JP3 was a lot of people's first experience of Jurassic Park. It was even my girlfriend's. And as much as a lot of people don't consider it one of the best Jurassic movies, it still means a lot to people, as if that was the introduction to the franchise. I had a couple of people who tweeted me on the day going, well, Jurassic Park wasn't my first experience. Well, at the end of the day, that doesn't matter. We're still here as a community, and this is what brought us together, and it doesn't matter whether it was Jurassic Park 3, or even Jurassic World that got you introduced to this franchise. As long as you are part of the community and it's brought you here, then that's what the tweet was about. I'm here to celebrate the franchise as it is. I've got Tom Jurassic next, going laughing at what have they got in their King Kong moment in Jurassic Park. I think a few of us did have a good chuckle at that, and it's a first kind of like nod to one of the, well, cinematic monsters to say, but yeah, what have they got in here? What did they need these big gates for? Now we've got Al, I think it's Al or AI, I can't quite make it out, and there's a lot of numbers at the end of it, but we'll be able to tell what it is. Anyway, watching the first movie with my mum and having her explain what the dinosaurs are saying. For example, when the T-Rex pushes the car off the ledge into the trees and roars, she told me that it was actually saying, stay out of my way or I'll kill you. That was a great one. Got Oakview Films, which I'll be watching a film on a VHS, remember those? At 5 years old in 1998. The scene that stood out to me most as a kid, for some reason, was the opening scene where Muldoon shouts, "Shoot her." I was quite scary as like a young child watching it. I mean, you're expecting to see this kind of awe-inspiring movie, and then it opens up and this guy's getting dragged into this cage by this horrible, dangerous creature, and it is quite scary for opening, but it is, I think, it is the best opener of the franchise. I think Fallen Kingdom is second for me, but that is still one of the best openings of the franchise, and it's still probably one of the best scenes in the film. Next we've got Chris. My father showed me Jurassic Park during a stormy night when I was a child. I was already fascinated by Land Before Time and Barney, and I fell in love with Jurassic after that night, being a huge fan ever since. So another person that's been fascinated with dinosaurs to begin with, and then introduced to Jurassic Park. Just like myself, I was in love with dinosaurs before Jurassic Park came out. And we've got Steve from Jurassic Unicast. It says, being around my nan and granddad's during the storm, putting on the VHS and sitting there watching it. Again, it's just one of those movies where it just brings people together. And again, Steve, I don't know how old you were at the time, whether a young lad or whether it was last week. It could have been. Yeah, you get what I mean. It's not age defining. I mean, a lot of people are in love with dinosaurs and just are fascinated by these creatures from a very young age. And this movie that came out for me when I was 6 just upped the ante in terms of how excited I was for dinosaurs, and it's been the same ever since. And I've got my Jurassic World, can't you see, Jurassic World t-shirt on to celebrate. I can't find me the Jurassic Park one, it's somewhere under the pile of clothes. But yeah, that is what today is all about, and looking through and talking about our first memories of the Jurassic franchise. So if I didn't mention it on the tweets, I do apologise. It was probably the biggest tweet I've ever had in terms of feedback and people retweeting me and replying to me, so there were so many to choose from, and I'm sorry if I missed you out. If you do have any fond memories, first memories of Jurassic Park, Jurassic franchise, please leave them down below. I'd love to hear them. It's fascinating to see and read how people were introduced to the franchise at any age or any film. I'd love to hear them, so leave the comments down below and I'd love to read them. And of course, if you're new and you haven't already, then don't forget to subscribe. I'm going to do some more celebratory Jurassic videos in the next few days, hopefully. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.